Phil Lanigan of the Irish Daily Mail joins me to talk about the Meath County Football Final on Sunday, won by Ratoath, retaining the title, 114 to 113. I have to say, that's one of the most incredible finales to a game I've ever seen. What was it like to be in there in Park Talchin to see it?
Well, it looked gone from a Ratoath perspective. Really did, like 7 minutes went up on the board. Like the drama, Shane, the club championship in recent weeks has been unbelievable. I think we talked about Lockmore, Castellani, and the Killadangan game, and this was of a level where it was toe to toe, like in miserable conditions. So it was very hard for the players, and they went at it like full blooded. Very little in it, kind of swung on different black cards earlier on, where Ratoath got a 3 point scoring burst, then Gael Conkill had the same, and then the Kells outfit went three ahead, third quarter. Ratoath came back and were one up, and then all the drama was packed into basically the last couple of minutes of normal time and 7+ minutes of injury time, which started when Emmett Boyle was on as a sub and just made a rash challenge, cost Conall Courtney, kind of left him on the ground, picked up a straight red. A couple of minutes later, Kells were level. Seamus Madamo was very good all afternoon, scored a point. And then, the ball went in, and just squirted loose, and there was a penalty, and it was Brian Hannon stuck it away, and suddenly they were goal up in injury time. Now 7 minutes had gone up on the board for the red card and the injury, the player to be held from the field. So this was going on, but there wasn't a score for about five of them. And then Brian McMahon, the Ratoath captain, got a really important free out from the side, which left two in it. But we were into the 8 minutes of added time, and the ball comes out over the sideline. I think it's Barry Tormey. He could have gone down on it. I think he actually went to play it down the wing rather, but he sliced it out over the sideline.
Just booted.
Kells had made different substitutions, so they were trying to run down the clock. So it was literally down to one last ball. I think it was Andrew Gerrard just sent a kind of ball just hanging, tantalising on the edge of the square. And it was only after I realised actually, it was our mid full back, like Conor McGill, had come up from number 3, and he jumped highest amongst about 4 or 5 bodies and actually got a back flick with a punch that put it across the goal. And Joey Wallace, who was the star of the show all the afternoon for it, though, had a quick punch to the net, and that was kind of it. So it was incredible drama. Even Joey admitted after, he said, I lost the run of himself. He went on a big knee slide.
It was like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in '99, wasn't it?
Sure, proper order. So it was an incredible finish.
Yeah, it really was. That red card for Emmett Boyle, unfortunate as it was, he had to go. I mean, there's red cards where it's unfortunate, but like his arm came up and he just caught the player, Conall Courtney, straight in the face, who looked like very, very shook up. I'm not sure how he was after the game, but I'd say he has some head in him today. But Boyle, he had to go, didn't he?
Look, I don't think there was too much disputing on it, and even with the conditions, there was nobody saying, "Oh, look." Like even I thought Gavin McGann's black card earlier on, was a little bit harsh. It looked like he tried to shoulder a player and just sent him out. But some of the storylines, again, that Joey Wallace had been running athletics himself, and Eamon, the brother, had been in the national championships only a matter of weeks ago, and had come back. So they were running sprint times that were kind of a national standard. Hadn't played it all. That was Joey's first start of the year, and he was just the hardest to handle all day, and kind of ended up with man of the match. Clearly, that's the second year in a row. It was a tough winter. Like Davy Byrne obviously guided them to the breakthrough win last year amid such euphoria, and everyone's behind it. And then typical club wrangling, power struggle in the background, whatever, there was change. But the likes of Joey kind of hadn't started his championship game till the final, and ends up as man of the match for the second year in a row in the county final as Ratoath back to back. So it was incredible.
But what a measure of the club that they can even get to a final without Joey Wallace, who ends up being their star man in the final. Like, was he surprised to be started, or did he kind of feel it coming?
He only got the phone call, he admitted, from Brian Farrell, the new manager, the day before. So look, I'd heard he was flying it in training. I think he scored again one of the nights in training last week. I think he had 2-6 so in a just an internal match in about 10-15 minutes. So he was flying it. But look, the club, we were talking, the club had an amazing chance for a double this weekend with the hurlers, and a unique double has never been done. Should they hadn't won the football till last year and the hurling since 1963. So who knows when or if the club is going to get that chance to put senior hurling and senior football titles together.
When Brian Hanlon knocked in that penalty, did you just assume, as soon as it hit the net, this is game over? And I know one of your colleagues there, Gordon Manning of the Irish Sun, was obviously praying for Kells to get the win. It must have been funny watching him during that.
Look, there was nothing funny about it. Now it was just drama all the way. And to be honest, the injury was so long. It was 7 minutes had gone up on the board, and it was the 8th minute. I know when the goal went in. Now some people, obviously Kells were giving out about the added time, but there was a load of substitutions. So I think David Coder got it right. But look, you could see for Kells, they haven't won since 1991. I know Gordon himself did a really good piece. He was talking to Terry Ferguson, who's out in Papua, living now, working on the largest gold mine, I think, in the world. You know, he captained Kells back in 1991. So they've been beaten in loads of semi-finals and playoffs in recent years. So look, it was the toughest. It was the greatest way to win for it, though, to win with a last score like that. But it's the toughest way to lose. You know, I think anyone there, their hearts would have gone out, obviously, to Kells.
Great stuff, Phil. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Shane.